This is the Star News Brief. I'm Joely Regi. The government plans to employ more doctors to fill the existing shortage gap. Similarly, those whose contracts have expired will have them renewed after the Health Ministry finalizes talks with the Treasury on the matter. The country's healthcare workforce continues to be threatened by the now ravaging COVID-19 disease, with more than 30 frontline health workers having succumbed to the virus. So far, 10 specialist doctors have succumbed to the disease. The ministry is yet to reveal how many are to be hired, but the Doctors' Union has been pushing the government to employ at least 2,000 more doctors who are currently out of employment. There are 9,826 doctors licensed to practice in Kenya, out of whom 2,606 are specialist doctors in various fields. Get a copy of The Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing star 550 star 3 hash. Kenya is listed among countries likely to default on external loans in the next 5 years, risking strategic assets used as collaterals. A report by IHS Market Dab report titled Investors Fret Over Sovereign Bankruptcies in Coming Years, compiled by the Financial Times, shows Kenya's probability of defaulting has grown to 35%. Argentina tops the list with a probability of 55%, Angola 52%, Pakistan 48%, Iraq 45%, and Cameroon 42%. Zambia is the latest country to default on sovereign debt, as reported by Financial Times on Monday, joining Ecuador, Lebanon, Belize, and Suriname. Talks with creditors hit a snag. Kenya's public debt has been on the rise in the past decade, with the International Debt Statistics 2021 by the World Bank showing that the country's external debt has grown fourfolds in the past decade. They are scavengers by day and gangsters by night. They may be young, but don't be fooled, they know how to terrorize. These are the juvenile gangs of Mwakirunge, Mombasa County, comprising mostly school children and dropouts aged 14 to 19 years old. The gang's numbers have swelled thanks to school closures. Members play out their double lives at the Mwakirunge dump site, which at 60 acres is the biggest in the country, double the size of Dandora dump site. The gangs rummage through the trash to get items they can sell, including metals and plastic bottles. They have become accustomed to the stench, smoke and filth, and oblivious to the health problems they are exposing themselves to. What others sneer at as garbage is a goldmine to them. When night falls, they use crude weapons such as knives and pangas to prey on helpless residents in their poorly lit streets. Civil society organizations are up in arms against a plan by donors to engage an international entity to provide technical assistance to the IEBC during the 2022 general elections. The CSOs, which sought anonymity to avert a clash with the donor community, said the entity in question is of questionable repute and is linked to IEBC's perennial failures. They thus want International Foundation for Electoral Systems, said to be tipped to provide technical assistance to IEBC, dropped in the plan. The UK government, under the Foreign Commonwealth Development Office, has reportedly granted IFES 1.2 billion shillings for the task. Email exchanges between the organization and a consortium of election experts revealed that the entity has secured the funding. ODM has maintained that it will not donate a single cent of monies received from the political parties fund to affiliates in the National Super Alliance. Secretary General Edwin Sifuna said the Registrar of Political Parties, Nderitu, misled a parliamentary committee when she said NASA was to come up with guidelines on how to share the money. Sifuna said ANC, Ford Kenya, and Wiper were entitled to the portion of the fund ODM would receive on account of presidential vote since they campaigned for Raila Odinga. However, he said the three cannot be entitled to monies due to ODM on account of votes received by the party's other candidates. The three NASA parties have been on ODM's neck, demanding a share of the money allocated from the political party's fund. Get a copy of the Star by subscribing to our e-paper for only 10 shillings by dialing *550 *3#. You can also get more on the Star website.